What is up, everyone? I'm Jason, this is Freeberg Garage, and we are working on my gas tank for the flat track project we have ongoing. And we are doing the gas tank final stages in order to actually have this thing filled full of gas. Luckily, no leaks, hopefully not. Done a lot of work since it's been on and off from the setting and position from the seat, getting it nice and leveled and also cleaned up in the rear. So last time we did some welding back here. I got that all cleaned up, smoothed out, so now it looks natural to the tank. Love it. It's the XR750 replica tank we are modifying here. And then below we have the tabs that were here, all cleaned up, removed, sanded, and nice and smoothed out with our new position. And they are still only tack weld there so that the tank sits nice and flat with the seat itself, or the nice lines that it has. So what we're gonna do is just do some finishing welding here, and then we're gonna get this on the tank, get some Petcock action going on there, and get this more done. All right, let's get to it. So that's where I tacked out so far. We actually got a solid line going here, and see how she goes here. All right. On to the other side. See if we can weld this up here now. That's much better. And we'll hit it a little bit. That should hold. So my original wiring harness, pretty much all it is the start stop on my handlebars, was underneath the tank, hidden away. And it's still gonna be underneath the tank, just gonna be on the side, because now that we've lowered it, we don't have any room to put this here, so we're gonna put it on the side. There's plenty enough room on this tank, the way that it sits. The channel underneath has the availability to still hide some wires. So we're gonna cut the zip tie here, and this zip tie, I forgot to, isn't temperature rated. This only really goes up to about 75 to 80 degrees before it has a failure point. Picked up some new zip ties that will actually go up to 185, making us a little more safe on the top before we melt anything. So we are going to now make sure that our Voss system also gets connected here. Or forget, reconnect. And now we got to place our zip tie. On the right position. So we have to mind turning the bike for enough wire, and that's pretty much it. Left and right movement, and just making sure it's on the side so we can fit it. So we'll just plug it in normally. I don't know how much, we'll see afterwards, but we'll start off there. It seems pretty good. Pull the zip tie up, using the channel of the frame to hold it. Try to get that as flat as possible. Don't take up too much room. Okay, seems good. Give us enough movement up there. And throw one, just in case it wants to move, on the back here. And I like to have my zip ties, if I'm going to use them here, as my last resort for a secured point on the bike and still make it look good, is making sure that we can cut off as much as we can to make it down to the box of the zip tie here, the head of it. Got this tool, so we can go right as close as possible and as tight as we need to get it. So we'll slide it in and see if this is worth the weight that it has. A lot better than using some tin snips or anything else. Very nice. Awesome. That looks good. And forgetting one last thing, weather stripping. So the tank is pretty much on the frame. I just want to have some kind of cushion for vibration. So this will work out perfect for us here. And just have one strip. I don't know if this may be too thick or not. We'll see. There we go, all the way to the bottom. Just one layer. Good. All right. Now we can get this tank on. The last obstacle on this bike is the Petcock, trying to figure out how we're going to get this to work, because it's been flipped. So normally it's on the left-hand side. It is now on the right-hand side, and we have very limited space with the Mikuni carb. And there are a lot of different versions of Petcocks you can buy. The OEM one is too long. It's gonna run right into my carb. There's like Prism, there's Pringle, and then there's Golan. I went with Golan. This is a top tier Petcock right here. So Golan is like famous for their ball bearing mechanism that controls the on and off in res. So shows you right there. That is their front forward on, reserve, and then off. You can hear the click. That's what they're famous for. There's a patent on the back side. I never really had too many problems with Petcocks other than them leaking and just replace them, but supposedly it's awesome for when you're riding and reaching under. You can feel it, make sure that it's on or you have your reserve correct. But they come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes, and this one has a left turn on it, so it should give us a little more room. I went with this one because of the height. So everything else that I wanted to go with that was much cheaper than this was way too long. These run you anywhere between like 160 to 180 depending on who you're buying them from. So I'm really hoping that this is gonna work because we're gonna have to ship back and do all that. Now, if this doesn't work, I have plan C in order to make this work. So let's get this fitted on here and see if this actually will work with the bike. All right, logo out. Filter goes in. I can already tell, I think this is gonna be too big. Oh, that sucks. But we'll see how tight we can get it. There we go. Well, that sucks. Yeah, just misses it. Man. Now, if I were to cut the threads down, it would probably actually clear. But I'm not crazy about that idea just yet. I don't know. I have to measure out the filter on top to see if that's actually going to cause a problem or not. So not completely out of the idea, but man, that sucks. All right, we're like, literally if it was just a 1/4 inch less, it would fit. All right, plan C. Just in case that didn't work, I bought a 22mm adapter so I can do a 90. So if there wasn't any space, but I do believe I have enough thread to cut off that we could probably get that to work. But for now, let's just make sure all of our fine fittings work. Everything fits, other than our Petcock, but I have a plan C for that. This is awesome. Okay, let's do a little seat work here. We have a gap. So now that I have the tank sitting exactly how I want it, we have the back area welded. We can actually get a proper idea of the lines of the seat. So we had a pretty big gap before. I think we're gonna still have that. Now, this has also been heavily modified so that we can get this to sit the way it does and using this frame as a subframe for the seat, and now to figure out this gap here. So something simple and should provide a little extra cushion as well because this is going fiberglass right up against the metal, which eventually vibrations, everything else, it's gonna crack. So I have this idea. We're gonna put weather stripping on the frame of the seat. Should give us enough boost to be able to get the distance that I want between the tank and the seat, all right? So this is, I believe, yeah, it's 1/2 inch most I should need and give a little extra cushion between the fiberglass and the frame here. And see if we can run one long strip. There's all types of different glues we can use too to get this on there to stay. It's got just its normal tacky foam tape on here, so it can only hold for a little bit, but enough for us to know if this is gonna work properly. Stuff is pretty easy to work with too. Almost just enough. I want to get one piece to go across here to give the nose just a tad bit of lift, but it fits pretty damn good. I like that. Bam, look at that. Curved with it, small stuff, but it takes forever to be able to map it out, lay it out, but I'm stoked. All right, so we have the gas tank fitted, pretty much the seat fitted. Just gotta work on my last Petcock here. Maybe I'll look at another cap from Mikuni, see if they make something a little bit flatter. That would also take care of the problem. So just got a little bit of issue there, and then figure out an exhaust that we're gonna run here. Master cylinder, and this bike is actually able to ride at this point, and we can get the shakedown and figure out what's going on. So stoked, all right? Outrides for me on this one, guys. I would greatly appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And for those who've already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. Catch you guys later. Peace.